see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. It's complete to Williams. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. You talk about this Miami defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught by Williams. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. He may go.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 63 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 62 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Hall.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Jets are able to widen their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
In motion, Hill.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
21G.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tua sets up to pass it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 44 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. To throw is Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back first downs.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's Williams on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
They'll run with Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Hey, 21 T8.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Sheds off the tackle. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They're right here.
Tua to throw again. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Tua going to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put him under pressure, and they got to him again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
All right, come on.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Tua, a final shot before half.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
14.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Mike Williams.
28 yards.
And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
Go to 50. Yeah, live.
Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Still shedding tackles.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Paul ought to give up the middle. And some space here. 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fighting through at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Watch it, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Ready, set.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
A give running right is Hall. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. A carry here for the big tight end. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And shutting him off, now open field. Still going. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Really nice effort and an even nicer stop from Marcus May there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
They'll give to Hall. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's a give to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Rodgers going to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now a carry for Allen. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Rodgers.
Throw right side, Wilson.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Going right back to Wilson.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers.
That is caught.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And